what's up guys, it's Fast Action Jack. So I wanted to talk about my Wild One Psycho Chubby Street Fighters, kind of tell you what I think about them. They're not really the cheapest bars in the world, and I haven't seen anyone do a proper review on them, so I kind of wanted to let you know my opinion of them and what I think about them, and give you some pros and cons. First, they've been on my bike for about maybe 5 or 6 months, and you know, their handlebars, they don't see a ton of, you know, I have the quarter fairing on it, so it doesn't see a ton of damage from the road or sand or anything like that. And there's already we're already getting some pitting right here and some rust where the powder coat has flaked off. It's never had any damage right there, nothing has ever hit right there. Also right here where my quarter fairing attaches, or where it touches my bars, which, I mean, it barely sit, I mean, there's not a ton of pressure, they barely sit on right there. You can see all the powder coat has flaked off right down to the metal, and the bars are rusting underneath. So I don't think the powder coat on these bars are the greatest. They looked gorgeous when they came out of the box, but 6 months, I mean, I know people who have had black powder coated bars on their bike for 2 years and they still look fantastic. Other than that, like right here, they still look great. When I clean them up, they still look pretty good. Just the powder coat flaking off down there and right there kind of drives me nuts a little bit. My second complaint about the bars is, let me get under this tree, that's my way out. My second complaint about the bars is they're a little wide. Some people like wide bars. I personally don't really like wide bars very much. They're like 32 inches wide, which is pretty rough. I mean, for a Dyna, 32 inches might be all right. For a Sporty, it's a little wide, so I hacked an inch off each side. Since they are an inch and an eighth, you know, you can't hack up too much because, you know, the bars go down to an inch, so you can put your grips and your switch housing on. But I managed to get a little right at blah 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 blah. I managed to get about an inch off each side, which now they're fantastic. I probably wouldn't want any narrower bars. I think bars that are too narrow, it's just really uncomfortable. So right now I really like the width of them. So if you decided to get them, make sure you have enough room for your grips and stuff. Woo, I made that. You don't want to hack off too much and sacrifice the integrity of your grips and your switch housing. So pay attention to that if you go my route. Other than that, they're stiff, they're rigid, the welds are pretty clean. I can't complain about the welds at all. I mean, you'd have to check them out for yourself, but they're decent. Yeah, I'd say they're welded pretty. You can feel the welds on the inside. They've been smoothed out and sanded in the front and back, but on the sides you can still feel the welds pretty good. So I know there's always, you know, people are always torn between T-bars or tall risers, you know, with like a factory bar or something. My opinion is this, pros and cons. If you were to do tall T-bars and do, like, you know, you could pick your own bars, like which direction you'd like to go in. And it also, it gives you a little adjustability. Woo! I just got hit in the leg with something big. I felt it splatter too. Damn. There's some big ass bugs here in Florida, man, I'm telling you. Anyway, where was I going? Okay. Alright, pros and cons of tall T's versus T-bars. With T-bars, obviously you don't have any adjustability. On a Dyna, they make they make bushings where you can actually adjust it a little further and back. So if you have a Dyna, that's fine. You can do that. But on a Sportster, there's no bushings in the triple tree, so the bars are where they are. There's nothing you can do to adjust the handlebars. So for me, in the book that I ordered them in, they actually put down the wrong pullback. It said that these bars had like 2 inches of pullback in the book, and I was like, oh, that's fantastic, that's exactly what I'm looking for. The bars actually have like 7 inches of pullback when you're considering where they mount to where the end of the bar is. And I was thinking that the bar was pretty much straight out, so I was like, oh, 2 inches of pullback, that'd be fantastic, because I'm 6 foot tall. But no, they don't have 2 inches of pullback. So when I first put on my bike, I felt like they were super close to me, like really close. After changing my seat and getting a little further back, I like the position of the bars. So keep that in mind if you're thinking about T-bars. You have no control over where they're going to be, so pullback is very, very important when you're talking about T-bars, because you can't just roll the bars a little further forward like you can with ape hangers or anything like that. So, and I thought about switching to tall T-bars, but I just tall risers with like some drag bars or something. But I think T-bars look a little better, and that's where I go with the pros. I think that the T-bars look a little bit better, and also they're a little more rigid, where like if you're doing anything, like, I ain't got to worry about my bars rolling forward or backward on me. Like if you were going to pop a wheelie or something, I don't know what you're into, but the T-bars aren't moving. They're very, very rigid, and I like that a lot. That is like my #1 pro, as I really like how tough and rigid T-bars are. I'm sure tall risers with a drag bar or something, or a moto bar would feel about the same, but you do have some risk of slippage where it connects. But anyway, I'll get back to the Wild One Psychos. They're right around 250 bucks, so they're not the cheapest bars in the world. They have, Biltwell just released the Biltwell Tyson bar, which is very similar. My only bark with that is you cannot internally wire them, so you have to put your wires on the outside of the bars. I hate that. I know some people don't mind it, especially if you have a quarter fairing, but I don't want to see the wiring for my switch housing. I'd rather be inside the bar. So that's another pro. You can internally wire these bars. It looks a little bit better. I always prefer to have my bars internally wired. But if you're not worried about that, the Tysons have a similar pull. Actually, the pullback is a little less. I think they're at 5 inches or 4 inches pullback. They're a little further away, but you can't internally wire them. So as far as quality, I would say that the powder coat didn't hold up as great as I'd like it to, and I don't like the fact that it's chipping and rusting. But overall, I'd say I'm happy with them. They're alright. If I was going to go back and redo it, I probably would do tall risers with my own handlebar, maybe some pro tapers or something, just for the adjustability. It would be nice to be able to move the bars forward and backward if I wanted to get a little further away or a little closer. Adjustability and comfort is definitely important when you ride a lot. Definitely. So, I don't know, but I just wanted to kind of go over the bars with you a little bit, guys, kind of tell you a little bit of what I think about it. I'm going to hop off here and stay on the road, get to where I'm going. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Check it out up in the left-hand corner. Like, subscribe. Check out some of my other videos on the right. Thanks for watching, guys.